Okay, we're straight into it. Yeah. Mahito's avoiding all the stuff pretty well. Okay, no, it is recap, yeah. We'll get the reveal of the mech. So Mechamaru, he's just got to stall for time. That's if Gojo even gets the message to come though, you know? Don't know if he will. It having a mouth as well, that's very Evangelion, isn't it? It's got like a mouth and teeth. Ultimate Mechamaru. Armored Puppet Ultimate Mechamaru Prototype 0. Okay. Is he using hair? Or are they just cables? Can Mahito touch the mech? Like, how does that work? Because it's only touching people. Yes, point blank. I just can't see him dying here. Oh yeah, change his feet to something quicker. Oh, it did get him a bit though. Oh, that's sick. The hand painted, yeah. Evening Festival. It's a funny title for the episode. Also, be sure to check out the Patreon page. Over there you can find next week's episode. Right now, polls to vote for what's next, a full-length version of this reaction, and we've got some exclusive Studio Ghibli reactions. A few more Sukuna fingers there. I like this, the kind of ancient-looking enemies, Mahito and everyone. Todo coming in there as well. That shock on Gojo as well. The first seeing Gojo like that, when it zooms in on him, I thought it was Inumaki at first. The kind of white spiky hair, you know. Obviously, Jujutsu Kaisen 0 Inumaki though. He's got the bowl cut now. Yeah, I'm guessing Mahito's physical contact won't work. So he's got to get into the cockpit somehow. Animation definitely popping off as well, yeah. I know Vincent Chansand does do some animation cuts in season 2. I'll keep an eye out if I recognize anything that could be him. 2 years of energy just in one blast. Big old punch, yeah. Yeah, just one hit is strong enough to actually break through, okay. Grown wings flying about. Ooh. That's actually something that stay in him. Will that blow up? Ooh. And then kick him at the same time, yeah. Obviously he could just regrow that though, can't he? It's not too big a deal for him. Oh, definitely some ghosting there. I do want to know if anyone's watching this and knows where I can watch a Blu-ray version, let me know, because I definitely am interested. It's not too big a deal, but I'd prefer, and it'd be better on your end too, without the ghosting and dimming. He's just out of there. Gone fully into a bird with the head as well. Oh, so it might actually be a piece missing then. It just makes it look like there's one there. Special grade, yeah. Could be the moment I get. Ooh, what does he mean by that? Oh, that looks so cool. Rainbow now? Rainbow beams? Oh, whenever you got someone flying about and like things following them, yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, turned into a little rat as well to escape. Oh, and then a little gorilla. Little monkey or something. Oh, that's so cool seeing the fluid transformations. Is that important, those cables? Can he win? Yeah, he's got to get out of this alive as well. A little drill? Gurren Lagann? Oh, he's domain expansioning. Is he? How does that work? Does the mech come in too? Oh, yeah, the mirrored effect. Ah, oh, it's so cool. Just Mappa showing they can animate hands, showing off. Can Mechamaru counter this with his own domain expansion? That's one way to do it, isn't it? Okay. Big plans on Halloween. Two left in stock. Something up his sleeve. Yeah, so maybe he's too calm here? Okay, it means to protect yourself from others' domains. A secret technique. Wow, yeah. A domain for the weak. Big old stab. Oh, yeah, similar to Miwa's. Simple domain. Ooh. Oh, wow. I wonder if Mojito has a true form. Will we see a true form? That just reminded me of Envy kind of full metal. And he broke out the domain entirely. Wow. Okay, Mechamaru. It's, yeah, still holding out. Has he actually got the message out there, though? Oh, going for Ghetto this time instead. Yeah, he's got another one to use. I don't like this. I'll be able to see everyone. I don't know if he will. Oh, yeah. Taken the drill from him. Yeah, don't assume Mojito's finished off. Something else? Just his little puppets. Oh, wow. All the hands. If you're just focusing on this robot, could the main body be doing something as well? Oh, yeah. Side of the face again. Yeah, he was right behind. He just looks like Kamina, doesn't he? There's got to be Gurren Lagann references. You had the drills as well. And then we cut away. This is a flashback then, actually. I thought she might be talking to like a fake body. Ah. Wow, of course. No, I think he did get the other hand on him a little bit. Yeah, this was all kind of a test for them. One of Nobara's Nails? Was that? What? Yeah, what was that he picked up? Happy Halloween. It's Halloween when they've got planned something. The iconic Shibuya crossing. Halloween as well is super populated, yeah. I know they tried to close it off for Halloween 1 year recently, didn't they? Because there were so many people in costumes and things. And things get rowdy. That guy looked like he was dressed as Mojito. He had the stitches. Oh, she has a little bit of energy to see it. Everything's already starting. So all of these people are trapped inside as well. I think it's a tornado or something, probably. Okay. All here. I don't think they realize how big this is gonna be. If it's just them three, they need reinforcements. Yeah, thanks for the lore drop. Thanks for the info dump. So also Mechamaru's just been missing for everyone, I assume? They think? Oh no, because they were investigating him. Okay, seeing a few different groups that are all here at the same time. Yeah, it's all just kind of casual for them right now. I guess the calling out of Gojo by name will raise some alarm bells, ring some alarms. There's already so many people in there, thousands probably. Yeah, a few people got sucked into it. Gojo's here. Getting the timeline 15 minutes later. Okay, that's it. Leaving us on the tease of Gojo showing up, of course. Mechamaru, I must apologize. I was unfamiliar with your game. That was just a full-on Gurren Lagann reference at the end there, right? There was this frame, and if you'd taken that frame and said it was Kamina from Gurren Lagann, I would have believed you. You know, my main reference points for mech anime that I've seen are really only Code Geass and Gurren Lagann. So there's probably other references in there too that I missed, but like you had the drills, that's so Gurren Lagann, and even Mechamaru's design, he looks like Kamina and Simone a bit, you know. Of course, even though he did do really well here, he did end up dying. Although, you know, there was that bit that went right into Mojito's shoulder there and like blew off the arm. And then, you know, I was saying, oh, he'll just regenerate it. But Mojito actually couldn't regenerate it, it seems like. Or maybe it would take a bit of time for him to heal and regenerate it. But in reality, he just like reshaped his soul to kind of regrow it. But like, if you imagine it in terms of like a mass of like body mass kind of stayed the same, even though he's regrown the arm. That's kind of the vibe I was getting there about how that works. So it did actually maybe damage him a bit. And, you know, every little helps. If that can help later on someone else fighting Mojito, and that somehow stops him being able to heal a bit more than he could, you know, if there's like a certain energy threshold, if you think of it that way, I guess that could still be helpful in the long run. He has inflicted a wound that potentially could cause some problems later on, let's see, and seeing a bit of Mechamaru and Miwa's relationship there, how she wants to get to know him more, and of course she's saying this as we've found out that he's died. I mean, we never saw a body, but that's my assumption. Maybe he could show back up, although would he actually have any energy to be able to pilot anything at this point? I'm not sure. I'm still not 100% sure how that kind of worked, because he had saved up those like 17 years that he had, and then when he was, disabled in his kind of vat, and he didn't have his arm and he had parts of his body missing, the whole thing was he had put restrictions on himself that let him use these puppets, these other bodies. But now that he is healed, do those restrictions go away? And he was just using that 17 years of energy that he had left, and then he wouldn't have any energy or much cursed energy once those 17 years had been used up, and he would just be like a regular person or like a regular sorcerer. He'd have to build that energy up again. I'm not 100% sure how the mechanics of that work. That's even assuming that he has survived this, which doesn't seem likely. But it was cool as well, seeing the simple domain. It seemed like he actually had to hit Mahito with the physical things to activate the simple domain. And, we've already seen that before, the simple domain with Miwa, and it was just cool seeing Mahito get a bit of his comeuppance, because he is such a dislikable character, such a hateable character. His kind of ego and brashness, and how kind of relaxed he is, seeing him get one-upped is always a good little moment. But of course, I also think it seems like physical attacks aren't that important when it comes to Mahito. It's more about the soul, because his whole thing is like the shape of your soul and augmenting your soul. He could only get to Mechamaru, and he couldn't just touch the Meg. He had to get in to the cockpit to touch him himself to be able to kill him. And it's also his control over the soul which lets him transform. So attacks directly at the soul hurt him more than just physical attacks, because he did say there during the fight, he was like, Mechamaru needs to attack my soul. He said something along those lines, or does he know to attack my soul, not just the physical form? So it's attacking the soul that's important there. And then Geto didn't really have to do anything here. I was just thinking about, they were saying this is practice for Halloween, for October 31st, which we then see is, I'm supposing, the Shibuya Incident. There's the Shibuya crossing there. It's Halloween. I don't know if is there something like curses might be more powerful on Halloween? Because Halloween is like this celebration of fear. Could that be something there where, because the curses are kind of manifestations of fear and evil and that kind of thing, could they be slightly amped on Halloween perhaps? Because people are kind of celebrating them. There's like a more evilness in the air, and that manifests as curse energy. But yeah, we saw Geto, he picked something up, and it kind of looked to me, although Nobara's nails, they're not that shape, that was quite a short and stubby, it looked like a nail, didn't it? But her ones are more kind of like long and thin. So, and it was like wrapped, almost like Sukuna's fingers would be wrapped. So he's picked something up there off of Mechamaru, so it was something that Mechamaru had. But yeah, it was obviously the focus on that, so I imagine that's a MacGuffin, that's something that will play a part in this later as well. And then of course we cut straight to Halloween Shibuya. It's the infamous Shibuya arc coming up, so I guess this is the start of it. Next episode, they're purposely calling out Gojo, they want Gojo, and it ends on the cliffhanger of him being there. But then we have all of the other students. I wasn't quite sure, how aware of the situation everyone was, because it seemed like at first I was like, oh, if it's just Nanami and Fushiguro going in, they're going to go in, realize, oh, this is bad, we need even more help. But then there were other people, I think, because of the call for Gojo to come along, they knew something big was happening. They said, yeah, there's probably multiple special level ones in there. So they're all just kind of chilling on the outside for the moment as Gojo goes in, but I guess there will be something that prompts everyone to going. And it's funny, the kind of focus on regular civilians as well, and not many of the civilians have died. Maybe the ones that got like sucked up did die, but the rest have been untouched and they're just kind of left confused. Maybe they're being left there on purpose so they can kind of be used as a tool, because they haven't been killed yet, but Ghetto could be like, these monkeys, I'll kill them if you don't do what I say, kind of thing. They kind of act as a bargaining chip, although it seems like they were saying that they're keeping casualties to a minimum, but they only really mean sorcerers, not regular humans. They're kind of almost acting on the assumption that the humans are already treated as dead, which is kind of logical here in a way, so I can kind of understand why they do that, but obviously you want to keep, just in general, like collateral damage and civilian death as low as possible, but like treating it as a given before already going into the veil, that's an interesting choice. And they're being very specific with timelines here as well, showing 8 o'clock, 8:30, that's when Gojo arrives. There was like an hour-long break for the sorcerers to show up from the veils first showing up. So they're doing very specific timeline here, and is very much reminding me of, again, the Chimera Ant arc. I've brought that up in comparison to the Shibuya arc, even though I haven't even started the arc, but, the kind of infamy of this arc. And the Chimera Ant arc is one of the best arcs in all of anime, that's the general consensus. It is reminding me of that, just the super specific time frames of, are we gonna get, the 1 minute has passed and we've had a whole episode where only like 10 seconds has passed, but so much is happening simultaneously, it keeps cutting to things simultaneously. Is that the kind of vibe we're going for here? Could Gege Akutami have been inspired somewhat by the Chimera Ant arc, by Togashi? That could be interesting as well. Like, it could very well be an inspiration thing happening here as well. If that's even the case, this is all speculation, of course. I don't know what the arc's going to be like once we actually get into the meat and potatoes of it, which seems like it's starting next episode. So I think that's everything. Thank you for watching. If you want to get that episode right now, check out the Patreon page, of course. And if you really love this video, be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts, all of that good stuff. Subscribe to keep up to date for all of the future episodes. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.